a representation of you or a character invented by yourself for forums, video games, social networks, etc. Since a Nintendo Famicom system to VR chat nowadays. Stay with us to know this and more curious facts about digital avatars. Hi, welcome back to VR Research Lab. In today's video, we'll talk about how the creation of digital avatars for virtual reality has evolved. To talk about virtual avatars, we have to talk about the Miis, the avatars that became known with the sale of the video game console called Nintendo Wii. This console came out in 2006, but the idea of the Miis has existed since the Famicom system sold a device for a console called Nintendo Entertainment System, better known as Nintendo NES or simply NES, since 1983. This peripheral worked on floppy disk. On a floppy disk, you can design your own face, choosing the shape of the different parts and move them through your liking. Then, on another floppy disk, you could animate all parts of the face. Unfortunately, they stopped the development of the project due to technological limitations. They resumed the project when Nintendo 64 went on sale, also with a new ID and called now Nintendo 64 Disk Drive. Let's talk a little bit about Talent Studio, a game in which with a special cartridge you could extract your face from a frame recorded with a camera or from a VHS. Then you could put your face on a model, choose their clothing and then animate them. With the Game Boy camera, it was possible to capture your face for use in various games. For the GameCube video game console, this idea was planned to continue, but it was quickly discarded. We come again to the Wii console. Now on 2006, the Miis will have more pronounced Nintendo games such as Wii Sports Resorts, Wii Fit, Wii Play Motion, Wii Music, Wii Party, etc. But let's focus on virtual reality avatars. The company that has made the most progress on this aspect is Facebook. The first avatar on Facebook was a generic blue face. With the development of the technology, the avatar obtained personalized characteristics such as skin tones. Then, real characteristics were achieved and became a refined and equivocavity digital representations of a real person. Now, the social network is training its artificial intelligence with real photos of users to be able to bring virtual reality avatars closer to a crudest similarity of a person. By refining the methods, Facebook will get your VR headsets out of the cold reception they have and be a shocking and even addictive medium. After the purchase of Oculus in 2014, they created an application to meet your friends based on their avatars. At first, they were just characters or cartoons for your friends and people to just see, but not to convey that feeling of identity to reality. But Facebook evolved its technology by launching a new viewfinder with 9 cameras in it that analyzes eyes and mouth. In this way, your movements are tracked, and thanks to artificial intelligence, the avatar codec took shapes. The future looked promising since they are also using audio interpretation system so that our avatar simulates the movements of our mouths to give a more realistic image. This is achieved through a vector system that is mathematically obtained the coordinates of your nose, eyes, and our mouth. At the software and hardware level, it does not require as much since they are delimited areas of the face. Taking this information and thanks to the artificial intelligence algorithm, it can make you interpret the different factors of the face. Loom.ai. It's clear that there are a bunch of different uses of avatars, but only 2 options to create one. First, to use an in-app editor. Second is to upload a pre-made 3D model. And creating is fun. You can choose hairstyles, sunglasses, makeup, eye color, and make it taller or shorter. But if you want to make a somewhat realistic copy of you, choosing the right face parts from the range of thumbnails might become a little hard to tackle. Rather than going through the process of choosing face parts that match your appearance, wouldn't it be awesome if an avatar could be created automatically? That's exactly why Combinator's Loom.ai is working on. Their technology lets you create a 3D avatar face merely from one selfie. Talking about the virtual avatars, we cannot ignore Second Life. It's a virtual community where users from all over the world interact with each other through digital avatars. Second Life has existed since 2003. The evolution it has had is incredible. Just in 2019, a form of payment was included so that users can buy with real money properties that are in virtual worlds of Second Life. Since users have the ability to create spaces where they can invite all their friends within the game and also create objects and put them up for sale, this virtual community expanded and is also completely free. You only need to register to start living your second life. The option to create a character within a video game has been shown to have psychological repercussions for the player. For example, research from Stanford University shows that people who play excessive video games, for example Wii Fit, are more motivated to see themselves on the screen than those who prefer a predetermined avatar. It is also very important to see how most players apply characteristics that their avatar like about their body and omits those that do not like them at all. Many people have fallen in love with virtual avatars, and there are those who truly fall in love, such in the case of a Japanese man who decided to marry a virtual character. Viachart is a free virtual reality game for the PC. It's on the Steam platform since February 2017. Developed by Graham Gaylor and Jesse Jordy, where you basically choose an avatar to represent yourself in front of other players. There is a gallery where you simply select the ones that you like the most and start meeting new players right away. Imagine that you can choose, copy, or draw any avatar to build a character for you. Imagine that you can also create any virtual world where you can move or attract millions of avatars created by as many users to interact in a game, which already has thousands of users. You can also create rooms where people can post their news or contents on the wall, or any tutorials, also YouTube videos or breaking news. You can create a game like Capture the Flag or Treasure Hunt, escape rooms, or even karaoke rooms to improvise with your friends. Motion capture. Surely you have seen one of those videos where famous actors put on black suit with also dots on their face. This is called motion capture. As its name implies, it is a widely used technique to capture the movement of the actor, to later process the information and generate a digital character that is doing the same movements as he did. There is another technique called photogrammetry. The concept of photogrammetry is measure on photos. If we work on a photo, we can obtain information on the first instance of the geometry of the object. That is, two-dimensional information, and its purpose is to precisely define the shape, dimension, and position in space of any object. Essentially, using measurements made on one or many photographs of the object. We have to mention Deepfake. It is an artificial intelligence technique that allows you to edit fake videos of people who are apparently real, using unsupervised learning algorithm known as the antagonist generative network, and existing videos or images. Deepfakes use two models of machine learning. The first model is fed into a database of visual references with photographs or videos, and in this base, it begins to generate counterfeited images. The other model is in charge of detecting the false images created by the first model. This cycle is repeated until eventually the first model manages to trick the second model so that it cannot identify as it false. The results of this technique is a very realistic, albeit fictional video. Shapescale. This project is working on a scanner compatible of rotating around you, and at the same time that it scans your dimensions to create a 3D representation of you. It is taking hundreds of photos in order to have a texture to apply on that 3D model. The result is a 3D image of you and your entire body. This project is oriented for those people who want to get in shape, to be able to show the changes of your body based on the 3D images, to open your eyes that you are actually doing things right. Because if you only look in the mirror every day, you won't see any changes anytime soon. Fuse have worked with a lot of avatars and digital characters. We are experimenting with the new way of representing ourselves on a digital platform. At the moment, we have our 3D avatars, and we are looking to introduce them to the VR world. In the same way, we are developing an application where people can see themselves on a screen with different types of clothing to see which one suits them best. In the future, virtual avatars will be more realistic and interactive. We may even have the possibility of having such 3D models represent us quite vividly through artificial intelligence and deepfaking, matching our own voices, gestures, and thoughts. Wouldn't it be creepy to talk with a clone of yourself on a virtual stage? Some years ahead, we just might be able to live this bizarre scenario.